I know only day one. Terrance, what are you excited to see from your position group this training camp?
Yeah, really excited to see the guys just start to build a routine. You know, going off the field, leading onto the field, and at practice, communicating. You know, just want to see that consistency of those guys getting the call, getting themselves lined up, and communicating the calls and any adjustments that we have on the field, and you know, and straining. You know, those are the things I'm excited about. As a room, playing together, competing, having fun. Camp is a great time, so that's what I'm excited about.
It seemed like there's a few options at nose tackle to replace T-Rod. Bring in Kurt. You've got Angelo and Jeremiah. What do you see from those guys from spring ball into now, and how do you kind of sort through some of those options?
Yeah, you know, that's a big void to fill. T-Rod did a tremendous job for us, really developed for us over the years, and but we're excited about this year and the group of guys we have that's getting out there and competing. They all bring a different skill set to the game, and we're excited about the room. They're doing a good job of working well together, coming out of spring, learning the playbook, getting stronger in the weight room, and just playing their tail out off in camp so far.
The transfers that you brought in on the line, or most part here, you know, for spring. Just what difference do you see in them with camp underway, especially day one when they got here?
Yeah, I think the comfort level for sure. Just understanding how we do things here at the University of Illinois, and now being a part of the family. Just building a routine themselves and competing on the field. And I'm seeing a group of guys that fit great into the room, fit great into the team, and making an instant impact so far this year.
Brett talked about Carter Hewitt a little bit on Wednesday. What have you seen from him in the summer, and what did you guys like about him when you reached out and got him?
Yeah, he's played a lot of football, a lot of college football, and what we've seen from him is just growth in the weight room this summer, and also understanding the playbook. We had some opportunities to install defense over the summer and get some opportunities to walk through plays, and his ability to learn the defense, multiple positions up front, and also get himself lined up and communicate and execute whenever we had an opportunity to do those things. And it's been very impressive, and coming off of yesterday's practice shows some positive things. Still some room to grow. Really excited and thankful to have him, and glad to have him, and looking forward to what he's going to bring to the table this season.
I mean, what did Carter bring physically and maybe skill set wise that intrigued you, just to get him on board?
Yeah, just as we went through the evaluation process, Carter was a guy that played a lot of snaps at the college level. Measurables was exactly what we were looking for to fill the void that we were missing. But the ability to play multiple positions that he's shown on tape, inside as a nose tackle, playing on the edge a little bit, and playing in the B gap as well. Just his versatility, what he showed us through the evaluation process, and having an opportunity to visit with him on the visit, really thought he was a great fit, and I was glad it worked out. And so we're excited about him.
You maybe added some older guys through the portal, but just made the younger guys that you've had come up over the last year or two. Just what have you seen from them, development-wise, growth-wise, to be in a position to help you, man?
Yeah, to mention, a couple of guys that have played for us. Pat Farrell, he's returning from some playing experience this past season. Also, Jeremiah Warren. Those are guys that have been in our program, that have played for us. Angelo McCullum, Demetrius John. We're excited about all those guys, and really continue to compete for starting roles this fall, and also help to build depth on the defensive line. That's what's continuously helped us as a program, is to have a group of guys that are willing to compete, and to really just exemplify our tough, smart, dependable DNA on the field.
I asked this of Bart of his guys yesterday, but how do you handle guys that have positional flexibility? Maybe that you want to play inside or flip, at both ends positions. Do you try to kind of make it things, cookie cutter for them by the time fall camp rolls around, or do you still want to work with them on a whole bunch of different things just to kind of make them a deeper player?
Yeah, we encourage guys with position flex. We look forward to working with those guys, and it just helps us as a defensive staff, put our guys in position to have success and be creative ourselves to come up with schemes and defenses that fit their skill set. And each year is a new year, and so we're excited about the guys that we get a chance to work with this year, and with the players we have and the versatility they bring to the table. We're just excited about what we can do moving forward.
James was a guy you seemed really excited about in the spring. What his summer look like, and how's he acclimating, I guess, now in fall camp?
Yeah, super excited about James. He's played a lot of football, coming off of an injury this past season, but we're excited about what he's bringing to the table from a leadership standpoint. But also, James is one of our 7 newcomers up front, and so just like all those guys, I mean, they're learning how we do things here at the University of Illinois, and they're doing things the right day. And right now, this is our opportunity to stack days today, and that's what I'm excited about as their coach, is how can we get better from day 1 to day 2, and James is excited to do it just as much as I am.
A year for Angelo in the system. How did he grow? What was his growth process last year?
Yeah, Angelo was one of our defensive linemen, similar to Pat Farrell, that we were able to get some opportunities up front and compete and play in some Big Ten games. And so excited about his growth in the weight room, but also his growth in the playbook, his understanding of what we're asking him to do from a position standpoint, and his ability to play the position from a strength standpoint. Really excited about his growth and his attention to detail so far this fall.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Tommy.
Okay. In spring, he looked like a quick twitch guy, quick off the ball. Has he turned that into production, or did you see that in the spring? And what's some expectations in the fall?
Yeah, Tommy certainly is another one of those guys that are one of our guys that shows versatility. It has the ability to make an impact in a run game and also against the pass. And so, again, Tommy Wise is one of our 7 newcomers up front, and we're excited about him learning the tough, smart, dependable DNA of our program, and showing up for practice 2 to stack days from practice 1.
You've mentioned a lot of you guys that have played a lot of college football. I think, at every position on the defense, there's more of those guys. Now, just how have you maybe seen that impact this defense as a whole, just to have experience from up front and second level and then in the secondary?
Yeah, as you know, the defensive line, we're the first line of defense, and it's our job to disrupt the front. And the one thing I'm excited about is we do have quite a few guys that have played a lot of college football, but even more so, I'm excited about guys that haven't played a lot of college football, because we get a chance to coach them. We get a chance to build them up and develop them, and that's what our program is about. And what better time is to do it in fall camp? And we got an opportunity to get better today and practice too.
A couple times you mentioned 7 newcomers. What's your personal process in getting those guys? It's a lot of newcomers, right? Getting those guys up to speed and kind of not short order, but quick order a little bit.
Yeah, opportunities to get out there and compete. Opportunities to show what they've learned in the meeting room. To show if they can translate what they learn in position work, drill work, in live team situations, competition situations. So reps, opportunities to take snaps on the field, full speed snaps, walk through snaps, mental reps. We want those guys to continue to grow, from a mental standpoint and also a physical standpoint. And so each and every one of the guys in the defensive line room, really on the entire team, but specifically for the defensive line, we've given them 2 things to focus on from a mental aspect and also a physical aspect this fall camp. And so that's another way that we help those newcomers really have a focal point going into a practice or this fall camp, but also it's a way for us to evaluate them and see how they're growing each day.
Can I go back to last year for a second?
Yeah.
You guys tapped into sub packages kind of at that after that second bye week. It unlocked Gentle some reps for you. How did that come to be with collaboration between with you, Aaron, probably Archie, Corey?
Yeah.
And what'd you like about what that kind of unlocked full roster wise and getting some guys some opportunity?
Yeah, I love that. Anytime we can play multiple players and show like your opponents or we as coaches, we're studying tape of our opponent, and you get used to seeing a group of guys on the field, and then all of a sudden you show up on game day, and who's this guy? You know, what can he do? What calls are they going to make with this guy in the game? And so the more capable players that we can have, but also the more willing guys that we can have to come in and execute the defense at a high level. That's great for our team overall, and so that's something that Gentle brought to the table. You know, him prior to coming here played a lot of football, made a lot of plays, and he's continuously doing that for us at Illinois.
Just wondering about Jeremiah. Is he a guy with that position flex that Matt talked about a minute ago? And I know he wasn't available in the spring. What's his growth been?
Yeah, Jeremiah, like I've said before, he is a versatile football player, and his athletic skill set allows him to do that and to play the nose position, to play the end position at a high level. And so although he's coming off a minor setback, he's excited about this fall. We're excited about him, and just looking forward to him to have a good day 2 practice.